Jazz pianist, composer, arranger. Ellen, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I wanted to first ask you, what does jazz mean to the Denver community?
Well, I have a mixed reaction to that question. I've been around a long time. I'm one of the senior citizens of jazz in Denver, and I've managed a pretty wonderful career in jazz, and so Denver has been a good city for me. I think it translates to a national problem in that I'm not sure what jazz means to anybody anymore except a smaller following than some of the other types of music are enjoying. And we've had our little pockets of interest in jazz, and I know we have jazz in the schools, we have jazz programs, so there's much more available here, which means that Denver must care about it, more available than there was, say, 30 years ago. Although the jazz thing in any city, I think, has been on a roller coaster for a long time. I think it's kind of a stepchild. It always has been in music. And so we enjoy, you know, a lot depends on the economy. We're in a bad economy right now. But still, we have some wonderful jazz clubs. Like I say, we have a lot of programs, and we have many musicians, many musicians. We could use more venues for musicians to play in. But I think, you know, there's always room for improvement. But basically, it's been a great jazz town. And I always feel like jazz is endangered, but it thrives, and you know, there are so many of us that want to keep the tradition going forward. So I'm all right with this. I have traveled a lot, and compared to a lot of other big cities, we are doing well. So Denver must like jazz.
In what way is the Denver community unique in regards to our jazz culture?
Well, the things that come to mind immediately would be that we have an ethnic diversity in Denver. We have a large Hispanic community. We have a large black community. We have Asians. We have Brazilians. We have all this influx of influence from different races, which I think really adds to our diverse culture. And so, does that answer your question?
Yes.
Pretty much?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What is the importance of the jazz community in furthering the diverse cultural life of Denver?
What is the importance?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we need people to support the jazz community. We need more awareness of jazz. I find very often, quite often, if I'm doing a clinic in a middle school, for instance, and I say, all right, who here knows who Duke Ellington is? Maybe 2 kids raise their hands, you know. And Duke was one of our greatest composers, band leaders. And I think that there needs to be more of an awareness of jazz for everybody. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody likes jazz. But it's an American art form. It needs to be played and heard, and we have people that are just busting to play it. And so I would like to see more festivals. I would like to see more projects. We have a president that's all about that, and I'm so thrilled because as I said, we need to keep the tradition going. And I'll be playing the American Songbook till I have my last breath. So hopefully it'll continue on, but we do need help. We do need help. As I said, I feel like jazz has always struggled on the bottom rung, because you have country western, you have rock, you have, you turn on television and you see just about everything except jazz. It's like people are afraid to play it or something, unless it's a special concert or a special presentation. And you don't see it on the late night shows. It's just disappearing, except for what we can produce locally, and certainly the festivals help. But I think if Denver could sponsor some of the festivals, that might help. We need some big bucks behind those festivals, and beyond that, we have little grassroots clubs like El Chapultepec. We have Dazzle, and we have Herbs. We have some clubs that are really, really trying to present jazz on a regular basis, and we're so fortunate for that. So fortunate. But as I said, we need some muscle, and this is my life, and this is the life that a lot of musicians have as performers. And the kids coming up, they need a place to play when they get out of school, and they know how to play so well. These kids are so amazing, but where are they going to play? So I think the community just needs to keep in mind that we can use more venues, we can use more festivals, more projects, incorporate jazz as many times as possible. It's a wonderful language. It's global. We are global now. We have all these influences in jazz, and it represents the world. And we need to keep that going and make everybody aware of how wonderful jazz is. It's hip. You just have to develop a little taste for it.
How can the corporate community support the richness of jazz in Denver?
Well, I've probably already covered that ground a little bit. I know that I have played in Europe, the North Sea Jazz Festival, and that was sponsored by big sponsors, JVC. I played in Cork. Of course, that's sponsored by Guinness. I think around here, Coors has sponsored many things. I know there are lots of corporate sponsors in Denver, but as I said, we just need all the muscle that we can get. And I think Jazz in City Park, that might be locally produced. Thank you very much, everybody out there. Those are the community people, and we appreciate you. But we could use, more and more sponsors getting involved with jazz. It's important. It's very important. I think it's it's an influence. Jazz, it has European harmonies, it has African American rhythms, it has New World influences now, it has salsa elements, Latino. It represents all of our people, and I hope that you will get involved. I'm speaking to the sponsors now. Thank you.
Is there anything else that you would like to state?
I would like to say that I appreciate your ears, and I hope that you will help us continue on with this great tradition. It's been my life. It's been a great life. Music is, it really does soothe the savage beast, and I have said many times, I think jazz musicians